Hello and welcome to Club Pilates Control. My name is Jeanette. We're going to start standing up today for this 30-minute workout focused on lower body and also the core. Let's go ahead and take our right foot forward and our left foot back and just start with a stretch here. So we have a split stance and a vertical spine. So our toes are at 12 o'clock. And we should feel a little stretch in that left hip flexor already. Now I want you to think of taking your spine into imprint. So a slight tuck under and pressing that left hip heel down and feeling that stretch. And then go into neutral and into imprint. So it's a very small move in the pelvis. So just feeling a little stretch there as we also tighten that left glute, keeping our shoulders back and our chest lifted. So this standing imprint to neutral. And then release and switch legs. So now you've taken the right leg back. All 5 toes of both feet are at 12 o'clock. And make sure your hips don't rotate back. So abdominals in, tighten up your right glute and go into imprint and back to neutral. Exhale as you go into imprint, inhale as you go back to neutral. So just moving my arms so you can see how small that pelvis move is, but tighten up your glute as you do this. Let's do 2 more here. So feeling that little hip flexor ellipsoid stretch. And then hold and release. Let's go ahead and come into a lunge position, keeping your left foot forward, and just come down, knee in line with the hip joint, ear and shoulder, all nice and lined up. Drop down a little lower. Unless your knees bother you, then don't go as low. See if you can come to 90 on both. Press on the heel in front. I see my knees going a little forward, so I'm just going to take my front foot a little further forward so my knee does not go past my ankle. And then come up, switch legs. So we're using this more, this slower movement and this stationary hold as a little bit of leg warm up this morning, and stay nice and tall. And we are in neutral here. And we're holding, we're pressing through the heel in the front, the center of the ball of the foot in the back, keeping that core nice and strong, and slowly press up. Now we're going to go wide and turn out and keep our neutral as we come down. So that wide turn out, and then our knees are not going to go much past our ankles in either direction, not inwardly, hopefully, or past the ankles toward the toes. So that inward part happens with the tightness sometimes in the legs. Come down just a little more. Feel both the tightening of the glutes and the thighs, but also the opening of the inner pelvis, inner thigh area. And then come back up. Let's do that one more time. So come down here. Go ahead and press all 5 toes to the floor. Keep your neutral. And then come on up again. And now we're going to round our back a little bit and get a stretch here. So tuck your tailbone under, round your back, but really pelvic tuck. So you get the low back stretch too. And then bring your hips up a little and go forward. Now pedal your knees, letting your hips shift right and left. We're not going all the way to the floor. That'd be a little intense for just starting out. You can do that at the end. Keep those abs in. Pedaling the knees so the hips are going right and left. Kind of opening up the back of the pelvis. And then come back to center. And roll through the spine. And come on up. Let's go ahead and now warm up with some body width squats. So the outsides of the feet, the outsides of the body all equal, And then you're going to take your tailbone back, pressing into the heels, and push yourself up. So press into the heels as you inhale, exhale, and push yourself up. Good. And then how low you go is up to you, but I want you to keep that kind of V angle of your between your thighs and your torso. Press through the heels. Make sure you're not rolling out on your feet. And then let's go ahead and hold down on this one. So hands are comfortable, whatever that is to you, wherever you would like them. I like mine right in front. And then pull those abs in. Think about neutral. Unless that bothers your low back, then you're going to do a little pelvic tuck here. We're still pressing on those heels. And let's go ahead and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. Actually lift your toes. 4, 3, 2, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, and press up. Nice job. Shake that out. Let's go ahead and do some working lunges. Hopefully those warm-up lunges felt a little bit like work too. Let's take that right knee over the ankle, and the right foot is in front. Take that left foot back. Now find that the same angle that we did earlier. Again, you can decide if you want to go 90-90 or if you want to be a little larger than 90 degrees. If you have knee issues, that's what I would suggest. You can see I'm kind of holding onto the wall for balance. You're welcome to do that too. And then we're going to go down and up. Notice I'm not straightening my leg all the way as I come up. That's on purpose. I want to keep those muscles in work mode the whole time. There's 5. Let's do 3 more. Feel that right glute as you press through the heel. Now let's hold halfway down. Get our nice strong torso and pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and press up. So hopefully you felt that in the right glute and the left quadricep. I know I felt it in the quad a lot, that set. So we're going to take the left foot forward now, abs in, nice and tall here. And then you're going to come down and up. And remember, we're not going quite all the way up. We're keeping those muscles engaged. Depending on how healthy our knees are, we might go all the way down to 90, or we might choose to not go that deep into the angle of the knee. And then we're going to hold here, and we're going to do those 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8. Really press into that front heel. 4, 3, 2, and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and press yourself up. Shake that out. Let's do some feet together squats here. So same angle as those warm-up squats, but our outsides of the feet are not lined up with the body. As we go into this angle, we're going to feel that maybe we can't go as deeply, keeping those knees together. And that's okay. You're going to feel this one a little lower on the quad, closer to the tops of the knees. And then you're going to feel it more centered in the glutes. And then on this one, I would like you to come up all the way. I have a bad habit of not coming up all the way, so let's work on that together. So let's do 5 more here. So we're really pressing that tailbone out behind us as much as we're pressing it down. We have 3 more. Keeping those knees together can be a challenge for some bodies, so see where yours are with that. And then we're going to come up halfway only. We're going to hold. Our abs are in, nice and strong. Our spine is elongated. Press through the heels, and let's go ahead and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7. Knees together, nice and strong. 4, 3, 2, hold for 5, 4, 3, tighten it up, and go ahead and press up and shake those out. We're going to do some curtsy lunges today. So just a reminder, on our curtsy lunges, we stand in turnout. So we start in turnout. Let's start with the right leg moving behind us. Take that right leg back and come down. Now this can be compromising on the knee. So if that bothers you, you're going to just do a very small bend down. So if your knees are healthy and it doesn't bother you, go ahead and go into a deeper curtsy lunge. So let's do 5 more. Making sure that front foot, the left foot, is really pressing on the heel. And you have 1 more, and you're gonna hold. Now get your torso nice and tall and still try to press on that heel. And give me those pulses. How deep you are is up to you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Press yourself up, come back to turnout. Let's do a few practice ones on the left, just like we did on the right. So kind of find your range of motion. The emphasis on the knees is different, which leg you're bringing behind you. So find it for you. Good. And then there is a slight forward hip hinge here as you take your foot back in the movement, right? We didn't do hip hinge when we did the pulses. So go ahead and give me 5 more, deciding what depth is best for you. Give me 2 more here. And then hold your foot back now. Find the depth that is best for you and lift your torso. Feel the leg work change a little. Try to press into that right heel. You're gonna feel a lot of it on the ball of the foot. And here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on up. Nice job, you guys. Hopefully you felt those. Let's get a little glute stretch here. So if you have something to hold on to, we're doing a standing glute stretch. So go to the wall, find a chair, back of the couch, whatever works for you. Should be about hip height. So place your right ankle or lower shin and round your back as we start this. And then slide down, okay? And then if you want and your body feels good, bend your left knee more and reach for the floor with your left fingers and then your right fingers. Up to you whether you want to take it to the floor. Keep your back rounded here, keep your abs in, drop your head slightly, getting both a back stretch and a right glute stretch. Check that your hips are equal distance from the floor. In other words, one hip is not coming up higher than the other. Grab that wall again and come on up to a standing position. And then let's go ahead and do the other side. So that left shin or ankle goes on, round your back, pull your abs in, slide down. You decide if you want to find the floor or if you want to hold on to the wall. Don't be surprised if one side is tighter than the other in your glutes. Keep your abs in, but try to relax the leg muscles. Go ahead and drop your head down and see if you can bend your right knee just a little more. And then find the wall again with that hand and go ahead and bring yourself up. So we're going to do a roll down, a standing roll down like we do at the end of our reformer classes, but we're going to walk ourselves out into a plank. So you can let your arms hang or you can take them up in line with your ears Inhale here. Exhale, articulate down. So tuck your chin, keep your ears next to your arms, round your, and have to find the floor. So fingertips on the floor. As you inhale, bend your knees, walk yourself out into your plank. Bend your elbows slightly. Find that nice strong plank. I want you to just hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hike your body up. Let your heels lower. Keep your legs straight. Feel the calf stretch. Straighten your spine as much as you can. The next time you're ready to inhale, bend your knees, round your back. Walk your hands back. Press your heels to the floor. Stay here. Breathe here. Feel the back stretch. Inhale as you lift your hips, leaving your head down. Exhale as you articulate up, 1 vertebra at a time. By the way, I'm choosing to do these with my feet together to get a little more hamstring stretch. If you want a little more back stretch, take your feet a little bit apart. Or if your hamstrings are super tight, you might want to take them a little apart. Let's do the same thing. This time I'm going to let my hands just be down. This is a great modification for neck and shoulder issues. Inhale here. Exhale and articulate down 1 vertebra at a time. Bending your knees, sliding your shoulders away from your ears. Inhaling as we walk out into our plank. We're going to do a little bit of work here this time. So we're going to hold, bring your feet together if they're not, for balance. And then lift the right leg, point that right ankle, check that you're on the left foot in the center of the ball of the foot, check that your right hip did not rise. Now 10 pulses from the glute, leg moving a little bit up, 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 up. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Put the foot down, both feet on. Rebalance. Rest if you need to by dropping down, and then you can come back and join us. Bring the left leg up, tighten it, make sure your hips didn't rotate, and here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep those abs in, don't arch your back. And put that foot down, pike up, hold there a breath, adjust hands, adjust arms so you can straighten as much as possible. And then on your next inhale, bend your knees, walk your hands back, rounding your back, press your heels to the floor. Stay here for a breath. And then on the next inhale, take your hips up. And on the exhale, articulate up 1 vertebra at a time and circle those shoulders. We're going to finish with side planks in the middle of that whole same series with the roll down. So again, you can have your arms down for modification. Don't round the shoulders forward too much like I just did. And then inhale here. We can also have our arms up. Exhale, articulate down 1 vertebra at a time. Find the floor, bend your knees if you need to, no problem. You need to bend them to walk out. Now, you can drop down to elbows if you like, and I'm going to today because my wrists have been bugging me just a little bit. So find your plank, and now you're going to turn one direction. I'm going to turn to my left, so I'm facing the camera, and go into your side plank. So your arm can go up toward the ceiling, or it can lay on your side, or if you need to find some balance, you can have your fingers on the mat. Just try not to rotate your torso forward. Now lift your hips just another inch so you truly get that nice spine, that side oblique work. And then apparently I'm working hard because I'm having trouble with my words. Go ahead and go back to your plank. And now you're going to rotate the other direction. And you're going to take that arm up. You're going to lift those hips just slightly. Try to keep your neck in alignment. A lot of times we drop one ear toward the shoulder, so try not to do that. And then come back to your plank. And we're not gonna pike up this time. We're gonna stay right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, drop to your knees. Walk yourself back into a child's pose. Let your hands remain past your head. Bring your forehead, the very top of your forehead, down to the floor if possible. Preferably knees are together, but if that's uncomfortable for any joint or our body, we're gonna have our knees separated. And then curve up, dragging your hands, articulate up through a nice straight spine. If this bothers your knees, just lift your bottom off of your feet. And then let's all come up into a kneeling position and take our palms forward and open up, getting a little bit of a front shoulder stretch here, maybe a chest stretch. Try to stay in neutral here so your glutes are slightly tight to keep your pelvis still and to not arch your back more than is natural. Now take your hands even further behind you, pressing your shoulders down. And then take your hands behind your body if your body allows. Just go where your body allows, pressing your shoulders down. And then press, 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 circling those shoulders twice. And now we're going to lie down and do some abdominal work. So let's go ahead and lie on our back. And then we'll come into tabletop, both knees together, 90 degrees at the knees, 90 degrees at the hip joint. So go ahead and stay in 90 because we're going to start with knee sway and we need a true 90 at the hip. I know sometimes we go larger for more work, but we need 90 here. We're going to inhale as we take those knees to the left. Exhale as we come back to center. Inhale as we take them to the right. Exhale as we come back to center. So we have 4 more sets. So your pelvis can rotate here, but I really want you to focus on keeping your rib cage down. Your rib cage is your anchor. That way your obliques will really kick in. Make sure your knees and your feet are moving at the same exact pace. In other words, one does not lead. Your neck is elongated. Your face is parallel to the floor. Your core is working around the whole circumference of the torso, but the emphasis is deep inside the obliques. In other words, deep inside the waist muscles. We have 1 more set. And then back to tabletop. Find your neutral here, unless you need to imprint, feel free to do that. And let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, drop 1 foot, and then the other, and relax the body for a moment. And then let's come back to tabletop. Let's add some supported abdominal crunches. So when you do this, please have your fingers separated. That way your elbows can be down and it'll be a little more work. Let's go ahead and go into neutral here, but not bring the knees over the chest. Exhale as you come up with the shoulder blades. Inhale as you lower. Let's keep this nice slow pace. And then think about actually pressing your head into your fingers as your elbows go directly to the right and left of you, not toward the ceiling. And then let's hold up on the next one. And let's pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold up, press your head into your fingers, relax your neck for 5, 4, 3, 2. And bring your head down. Drop your feet. Elongate your legs. Elongate your arms overhead or out to the side. I'm going to choose the side today. Backs of your hands are down. Maybe even feeling an arm stretch here. Just relax the body now. Now tighten everything up. Legs are reaching away. Feet are reaching away. Legs are reaching away from the torso. So are the arms and fingers. And relax. Do that one more time. So we tighten up our core. Our arms reach. Our legs reach as far as it can. Our neck goes long. Top of the head reaching away from us also. And then release. Let's go ahead and get another set. Actually, let's finish with 100. That'll be a good another set of abdominals. So let's go ahead and come back into tabletop. You decide if you're going to stay in tabletop, extend the legs, or go back and forth. Today I'm going to extend my legs and stay there. If you go back and forth, perfectly fine, or it's in tabletop. Inhale to prepare, exhale, crunch up. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 10. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 20. Now I really want you to tighten up through the arms and through the shoulders. 30. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 40. 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 50. Don't forget to truly slide those shoulders away from the ears. 60. If your neck starts to bother you, support it with one hand. 70 in, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 80 in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 90 in, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 100. Bend your knees in. Drop your head. Bring your feet down. Separate your feet slightly wider than your body. Relax here for just a minute. Just not a minute, but just a moment. And then take your arms wide with palms down. Feel how that stretches just a little differently. Now we're going to drop our knees to the right and let our left hip come up. Rib cage can come up, but not the shoulder blade. That's why we have our palms down. So not the shoulder blade. More than likely, the left knee will not go all the way down. If your right knee can go all the way down, you can rest it on the floor. If it stays up, that's okay too. Tight core here, slide your shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. Think of that left thigh pulling away from the hip, going the direction of the left knee to help you get a stretch throughout that left side of the pelvis. And maybe the low back here also. All right, so inhale here. Exhale as you slowly bring those knees back up to center, keeping them separated. Feet stay in the same position as we go the opposite direction very slowly. Just kind of falling into that stretch, if you will. And again, your left leg might go to the floor. It might stay up. So see what happens with your body. Abdominals in your right pelvis has come up off the floor. Your right lowest ribs are probably up too. Now I want you to think about taking that right thigh and pulling out of the hip, going the same direction as the right knee is pointing. As you do that, think about pressing your right shoulder blade to the floor and tightening up your abdominals. On the next inhale, make it a big one. Exhale and bring those knees up at the same pace. And then let's go ahead and bring our knees into our chest and go into neutral. My whole pelvis is now, or not neutral, sorry, imprint. My whole pelvis is now up off of the floor. I want you to grab your shins or your thighs underneath the calves, whatever feels right for your body, and lift your head and try to bring your knees and forehead together. Personally, that never happens for me, but that's directional. So think of your forehead and your knees coming together because your chin is tucked, your shoulders are down. And then release your head down. Let's go into a butterfly stretch here. So bring the bottoms of your feet together. Now here I do want you to find your neutral, not imprint. So find that lumbar curve. Now grab your ankles to start with, or the lowest part of your shin. Find your neutral again. If it moved, maybe adjust where your shoulder blades are. And press your thighs and knees away from you as you pull your feet toward your pelvis. Give me a couple more breaths here, remaining in neutral. Your core is engaged. One more breath. And bring those knees back in. And then we're going to extend the legs long, fingertips to the ceiling. We're going to roll up and get a hamstring stretch. So one vertebra at a time as you exhale, pulling with the abdominals, going all the way to the feet, rounding your back, grabbing wherever your hands land. So you can tuck under your calves, start to bend your elbows, pulling down. You can hold onto your feet, try to flex your ankles slightly, maybe wiggle your sits bones behind you so your body weight is now in front of them. And then instead of tucking your chin to your chest, think of your face being parallel to your legs, and the top of your head is reaching the same direction as the bottom of your feet. And then come up to a seated position and release, and we're done.